Guys, it's almost Christmas, so that's a very good thing. It's the best holiday. It should be longer. We need to put lipstick on the pig that is January and February. I will be running for president. My platform will be longer Christmas and a 3-day work week. That's how you need to get elected. What's going on? Jussie Smollett is sticking to his guns, and I'm rooting for him. Okay? Don't ever give in. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I was attacked by 2 homophobic racists in MAGA hats. Okay, they ended up being Nigerian. Well, let me change the story. Those 2 Nigerians are Trump supporters, and they hate me, and I was fucking one of them, and the other one didn't like it, and that $3,500 check I gave them was for fitness advice. The rope and the MAGA hats that they bought, that was for a Halloween costume that we were supposed to go to at a gay bar because one of them is my gay lover. I love it. Reality is a suggestion. And Juicy, you got a great imagination. I support you. Stick to your guns. Don't let them see you squirm. Elon Musk back in the news, taking the place of Trump, having a wild Twitter. Thank God someone's filled the void. Elon Musk just won Person of the Year in Time Magazine or something like that, and he's going at it with America's favorite Native American, Elizabeth Warren. Who's the fraud? A lot of text messages being released on January 6th, where a lot of people, including Donald Trump Jr., were telling Donnie T to maybe give a speech and say, hey guys, stop attacking the Capitol. More on that. Apparently, Donald Trump's defense is he didn't have any bars of service, so he didn't get any of the text messages, and that's why he didn't say anything for 100 and something minutes, and he let it happen. It had nothing to do with the fact that he kind of liked it. Khloe Kardashian has obviously gotten a lot of plastic surgery because she doesn't want to look like her father who chopped a woman's head off. Because as we know, O.J. Simpson definitely had an affair with her mom behind Kardashian's back, and Khloe Kardashian is definitely O.J.'s daughter. Billie Eilish, who knows you were watching so much porn at 11, you skank. More on that coming up. Ben Affleck blaming his drinking problem on Jennifer Gardner. What a fucking dick. North Korea executing some citizens for watching South Korean K-pop. Now that's how you do it. If we could only bring that law here for listening to boy bands, then maybe we wouldn't have to suffer through 98 fucking degrees and Nick Lachey's career. Okay? That's one of the biggest tragedies that's happened to this country, including 9/11 and COVID. It goes 9/11, then I go Nick Lachey, and then I go COVID. This is Long Days and Wasdadealis.
Yannis Pappas. Yeah. When you all tucked up in the baby long, and the news online going on and on, what's right and wrong, and there's something up. Now here comes a great kid you know you can trust. From the true who's who, to the news and cameras, to the fake politics and the propaganda. Yeah, this kid screwed in, got a lot to say. Oh shit, it's about to be a long day. It's a long day. It's a long
Guys,
day.
as you know, YouTube took down episode 51 for some cockamamie reason, who knows, but really need you guys to support us at patreon.com/Yanni Longdays. Please go join, support uncensored, fun comedy. Need you bad. Go over there, you will enjoy it. Become a part of the long haul gang. Now I want to tell you about my dates. If you're watching this when it comes out, Saturday, you can catch me tonight at Mohegan Sun. If you're in Connecticut or in the area, come over to Comics at Mohegan Sun and catch the last 2 shows Saturday night. That will be the 18th of December. Then I will be at the House of Comedy in Plano, Texas. That's January 6th through the 8th. Get your tickets, YannisPappasComedy.com. American Comedy Company in San Diego from January 20th to the 22nd. Get your tickets, YannisPappasComedy.com. Then Tampa, Florida on February 10th. Tickets on my website. Then Edmonton, Canada, the February 17th through the 19th. New Westminster, Canada, February 24th to the 26th. Tickets on my website. Then Bloomington, Minnesota, March 3rd through the 5th. Tickets on my website. Then San Antonio, March 24th through the 26th at LOL Comedy Club. Tickets on my website. Then we're going to Phoenix, Arizona from April 14th to the 16th. April 14th through the 16th, I will be in Phoenix, Arizona at the House of Comedy. Tickets on my website. Please, patreon.com/Yanni LongDays. We need you all to go join. It's only $5 a month, because what is that? That's 5 quarters a week. So go join. We need you guys to join, and go to Apple Podcasts and rate and review. Please be proactive. It helps with the algorithm. Now, let's start the show. You got to give credit to Jussie Smollett. I mean, he got convicted. He got convicted, and from what I heard, one of the black jurors characterized it as sad. He just said the thing was sad. But I like to disagree. I mean, what's he going to do? He's going to go in there and admit that he's such a sociopathic narcissist that he sent himself hate mail, was upset that the hate mail didn't get the attention that it deserved, so he can get more play on Empire. The kid just wanted more lines. He just wanted more lines. All right? He exhausted his options. He probably went to the EP and he said, hey, EP, that's jargon. That's Hollywood jargon for executive producer. He probably went to the executive producer and said, hey, my character really needs to flourish a little bit. I feel boxed in. Can you just give me a couple more lines? And the EP probably said, sorry, Jussie, you're sixth. You're a sixth level. You're a 6th-tier character. The best option I have for you is cheat out to the camera more. Just turn your body more and make the most of your scenes. And Jussie went home and he was like, you know what? What could help me get some more lines on Empire? I'm going to fake a hate crime that isn't very well thought out. I mean, if you were going to do it, dude, if you're going to do a hate crime, if you're going to fake a hate crime, okay, what you're going to want to do is you want to take a little vacation to Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. And in Jacksonville, you don't even have to pay anyone. Just walk down the street and someone will yell the N-word at you. Just go outside of any major city in Texas and take a walk and roll your camera, and you got your news story. You don't want to go to the most liberal town in the world, okay, on a day that's negative 14 degrees at 2 in the morning, where nobody could be outside except a husky and maybe Santa Claus, and say that you were getting a sandwich, and then you were attacked by 2 guys yelling, "This is MAGA country," because there is a lot of MAGA country out there, but you know what's not MAGA country? Downtown condo area of Chicago, Illinois. That is definitely not MAGA country. But the noose was a nice touch too. I like how he goes, I don't know how it got on there. He's like, I don't know. He's like, I just came to, and I was like, dude, those are some. That was a pretty. Those are pretty elastic. Those guys are pretty flexible to be able to punch you and get a noose on at the same time. Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, one of the guys had 6 arms. He punched me with 2, and then with the other 2 arms, with his feet. Because I got attacked by 2 racist gymnasts. With his feet, he was able to maneuver a noose around my neck. So shout out to Jussie for sticking to the story. Because according to him now, he's been convicted. He will appeal it. Jussie, it's so hard not to call him Jussie because it's spelt Juicy, but he pronounces it Jussie. Jussie Smollett will appeal his conviction. I don't know on what grounds. Like, what would be the grounds of the appeal? Would he be like, I was wrongfully convicted again? And they go, what's your evidence? And he goes, I told you what my evidence is. I was having an affair with one of these Nigerian kids. Okay? I was paying them for fitness advice, $3,500 in check. He goes, well, they claim that $3,500 in check was for you to fake a hate crime against them to boost your profile. And he's just going to say, what's he going to say? I'll tell you what he's going to say. And you know what he's going to say. He's going to say, why are you giving me such boomer energy right now? Why are you giving me boomer energy? They go, Jussie, we have on tape where you're walking with the 2 of them doing a dress rehearsal for the hate crime. And he's going, okay, That's Photoshop, dog. That's Photoshop.
Deep fake.
Yeah, that's a deep fake right now. I don't know if you've been to porn sites. That's not me. Okay, that's another light-skinned brother right there. That is those two Nigerians. It's just funny that it was two Nigerians. I know it's old news, but it was back in the news because Jussie Smollett's trial just happened. That was one of the... I don't understand why it took 4 years. Again, I don't want to repeat myself. It took 4 years to put him to trial, and then the trial itself took like 13 minutes. So what's the 4-year wait for? You know? Like when we used to get arrested, we went to the tombs, spent the weekend, and then the cops just wrote markers on our head and told us, "You gentlemen have a good night." And it was over. So yeah, I don't, Jared thinks he's not going to get a job in Hollywood anymore. I think it would be pretty hard for him to get a job in Hollywood after this.
He's not.
Where does Jussie Smollett go from here? First of all, he may have to do some, the interesting thing was he had some friends in powerful places because the former district attorney, remember, initially dropped the charges against him. And so he was about to get away. And then I think the police were like, nah. And the police sued. And then it went to trial. But initially, he had some friends in some powerful places in Chicago that made the charge go away. But then it came back. What does Jussie see that I think he might be making a mistake and not just owning it. And then what he could do is he could create a grift, like teach seminars on people on how to not be a fake hate crimer or something. Like, where does he go? Where does Jussie Smollett? Do you just move to another country and open a candle store?
Now he can make a masterclass on how to get caught. That's how.
Masterclass. That's where Jussie Smollett goes. Bill Clinton just did a masterclass on how to ship all the jobs overseas during the NAFTA deal and then walk away scot-free. And Hillary Clinton just did a masterclass on, I guess, leadership. What was her masterclass on? We were going to talk about that last episode. We didn't. So that's another story we can get to because she cried during it because Hillary read the speech that she would have given if she had won. Mm-hmm. You know who she reminds me of, Hillary? You ever see the movie Election with Reese Witherspoon?
Yeah.
No.
She reminds me of Reese Witherspoon in Election. Great movie, by the way. Matthew Broderick, Reese Witherspoon. It's really funny. I bet you she wrote that speech when she was 6 years old. She wrote that acceptance speech because she'd been dreaming about every move she made was to get to the presidency. Here she is in her pitaya colored jacket. That is a fucking dragon fruit colored jacket. You should not be able to wear that jacket unless you're one of the dancers on In Living Color in 1997.
You wear that jacket in North Korea, you getting executed, son.
Yeah, I mean, but look, that is only black people can pull that color off. That is purple.
Yeah.
That is a pimp color.
You shouldn't wear that unless you're a pastor in the south side of Chicago.
That's right. Now, what was her master class on? Did they say what it was on?
How to overcome setbacks and build a life of principle and purpose.
Oh, Mrs. Piousness. You're so good. You're so good, Hillary. How can we be good like you? How can we be good like Hillary? The master class should have been how to continue to keep pushing forward when nobody wants you to. How to keep coming back from the dead like Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. You can't kill her. How to have a comedian named Yannis Pappas name the pandemic after me. To have a comedian start to call COVID the Hillary, which is what I call it. I call COVID the Hillary. So when a friend gets COVID, I say, you got the Hillary. Why? Because it's a nasty, nasty bug, and you can't get rid of it.
She keeps coming back.
She keeps coming back, dog. Different strands. She mutates up and down, but Hillary just won't go away.
That's what happens when you cheat on your wife, son. She couldn't be number one in Bill Clinton's life, so she's trying to be number one in ours.
Yes, but we don't want her. Nobody wants her. The Dems don't want her. Nobody wants her. So she gave her masterclass. So that's what Jussie can do, is do a masterclass on what? What would be his masterclass?
How to stage a hate crime.
How to stage a hate crime. He's like, all right, first what you got to do. First what you got to do is write yourself I think he wrote because because I believe what's her name? My favorite, my girl who just turned 44. Happy birthday, Queen. Rachel Dolezal. Happy birthday, girl. Happy birthday, girl. She also sent herself a hate crime letter, and it was put into a P.O. box. And I remember the reporter goes, you're the only person with the key to that box. And she just said, why are you giving me such boomer energy right now? Yeah, I mean, it was like obvious that she was the only one who could have put the letter in whatever box. I don't remember the story. And also the letter was like in cutout magazine letters, which is like, they only do that in movies. Yeah.
Like a ransom note?
Yeah, like a ransom note, yeah. So you hide the handwriting. I think Jussie Smollett, but I think his hate crime might have been in Nigerian. I think the letter might have needed a Nigerian translator to translate, because initially
it was post dated from Wakanda.
It was post dated. It was actually an email from a Nigerian prince that he had translated, because that's where it started. Supposedly he got a hate crime letter. He got a letter being like, "Hey, we hate you," you know. It was like, and then it didn't get any attention, and he was like, you know how pissed he probably was about that? He was probably fuming in his room, like, God damn it. He was like Scooby-Doo, like, those measly kids. If it wasn't for them, I would have got away with it. And he was like, all right. And then he just hatched another plan to hit Chicago. At least you know that, like, he didn't, you know, he'll say in his masterclass, he'll be like, all right, look, don't make the mistakes that you don't want to be lazy. You don't want to do it you don't want to stage the hate crime in an area that's like very convenient for you, you know, because his area is like a very rich condo area where it's like, he's like, look, dude, you put a little effort into it, you know. I think there's an old expression that, like, if you don't commit, you're letting down the people who believe in you. Jussie, you didn't commit. All right, you did. Is that the laziest hate crime in the world? He did it outside of his apartment in Chicago. It's like, how lazy is that, man? I mean, all he did was like throw on footsies and go outside and pretend to get a Subway sandwich. What if this whole thing is just a commercial for Subway? I love the fact that his sandwich was unscathed too. Supposedly he was able to. The sandwich was untouched. And I think he probably went upstairs and ate it. And then one of my favorite parts of it too was he said he took the noose off, but then I think his manager, the one who helped him, or his friend, was like, no, put it back on, let them see it. So he put the noose back on.
Yeah, and that's what one of the black jurors said made him feel a little wishy-washy about the story, because he put it back on. He said, as a black juror, I'm not going to put that back on. I'm taking that off.
Yeah. You're not going to put that back on. Also, I mean, those would be two highly motivated hate crimers to go and figure out how to make that tie, get the rope, and make sure to get it around his neck. You know?
Yeah, before they have to be hate crimers, they have to be prop setters. So just seeing two guys sitting in a pickup truck with a MAGA flag in the back of it, saying, no, you got to put the noose in there, and you got to, like he's tied a bow for a Christmas present. That's hilarious.
Yeah, also, like, very motivated, dude, and, like, patient to sit outside in Chicago. I assume they weren't in a car, right? They just came out of nowhere. It's -4. Have you ever been to Chicago in the winter, dog?
No, yeah, I actually have, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to Chicago in the winter. It is unbearably cold. I mean, the wind coming off of Lake Michigan. By the way, that's not a fucking lake. If I can't see to the other side, that's an ocean. Lake Michigan.
That's the most New York logic I've ever heard.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand your city. The wind that comes off that lake, I mean, it cuts you like a knife. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is so cold in Chicago in winter because of that wind. And supposedly these two dudes, because they didn't know he was coming out. They didn't know he was going to call out to get it, unless they tapped his phone and were like, they were. I mean, like, imagine how many nights they probably had to stay out there in the cold and be like, all right, when's he going to go out for a sandwich? When's he gonna... I mean, it was 2:30 in the morning. So they were waiting out there for him in the freezing cold, and then they must have seen him come out and been like, thank God he finally got hungry. and he walked to Subway. So it was a hard story to believe, is what we're saying. Hard story to believe. It's funny, though, because much like many things that come out now in the trial by media era that we live in, like as soon as the story came out, everyone jumped on it. Nobody was like, whoa, well, let me hear what's going on first, except for like Dave Chappelle's joke. Like there were some people going, wait, whoa. Some people were going, whoa. Okay. Whoa. I'm a black dude. I get it. There's racist people in the world, but let me hear this story again. These guys went all out, made sure to have their MAGA uniforms on. They had a noose on, and they were just out there in Chicago at 2:30 in the morning in negative 14-degree weather. I don't know, man. This story sounds kind of sus. But, a lot of celebrities were just all over it immediately. They couldn't wait to be like, Elliot Page, remember she was like, this is directly linked to Mike Pence. Mike Pence was sitting there going like, hey, man, I'm against abortion and I don't want you to get married, but I didn't have nothing to do with what happened to Jussie.
Politicians, too.
Politicians were all over it. Since probably the Kyle Rittenhouse, the Jussie Smollett, maybe a few others, there's probably there's a consultant on the Democratic side being like, let's just wait a couple days before we release a statement next time. Let's just wait a couple days. By the way, Kyle Rittenhouse is being used now. He's speaking at some Republican event. It's like, really? I mean, you're going to treat him like he's some hero, I mean, it's like, can you just like, does anyone have any decorum? You're having some 18-year-old kid show up who killed two people, albeit, yes, it was self-defense, but still, I mean, like, is that how you get your ticket to be a speaker at some fucking dumb conservative event where some 18-year-old goes up there and goes, yeah, hi, my name's Kyle Rittenhouse. I like playing video games, finger popping, and carrying an AK-47 occasionally to protect stores. Yeah, he's going to be talking as a guest, this 18-year-old kid, at Turning Points USA's America Fest, which I guess is some conservative group.
Being recruited.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a D1
used.
prospect for the Republicans.
He's being used. That's what you call being used. He's being used, and he's a dumb kid. He's like, oh, I'm getting all this attention. I'll go do it. The event is going to be unlike anything you ever seen. Don't miss out. We live in a shameless country now. Nobody has any shame. I was actually talking to Tim, and Tim made this point. Tim Dillon. He said the reason why comedy is so hard right now is because nobody has any shame. Everything's so shameless. So it's like comedians used to come in and say that thing where you were going like, ooh, I can't say that. But now it's like, yeah, not only will I not say that, I'll douse myself in urine. I'll do whatever. I'll do whatever on YouTube or whatever. Like nobody has any shame. Anyone will do anything for a buck or attention. And like I said, you can't add comedy to comedy. Sometimes you just got to read the stories and just go, there's your comedy, man. There's your comedy. So, good luck, Jussie. Keep it going. Don't stop. So at this point, I'm rooting for you now. At this point, I want to see if you can get away with it. I want to see if you could win on appeal.
He's done.
I don't think so. I think he'll get away with it. I think he'll be able.
He's got to play the minority card. He played the black card. That didn't work out.
Now he's playing the.
Now he's got to
go with the gay card.
Now he's got to go. Listen, my lawyer is homophobic. He wasn't supporting me the right way. I got to get a new lawyer.
He's got to keep it going.
Yeah.
Imagine he just keeps it going. He's like, my lawyer was homophobic. He said some slurs, and then he attacked me when I was going to get a Blimpie sandwich. He just goes through every fast food sandwich. He's like, I was going out late. I was going to get a Whopper, and then what happened was one of the jury members attacked me and said, hey, Empire, aren't you Empire? It's funny that he thought that any racist would even care about him as like the sixth role on Empire.
No one's watching that shit.
It was like Dave Chappelle going like, nobody's watching Empire. I like what Dave Chappelle, nobody's joke was better than Dave Chappelle. He goes, I can't say it on here, we'll get demonetized. He goes, hey, Empire, aren't you that N-word? He goes, that doesn't sound like something they say. He goes, that sounds like something I would say. Guys, this is a very important thing I got to tell you right now is my other show you all need to be listening to. If you're a sports fan, if you like throwing a little juice on some game, if you're a fan of me, you got to listen to my show Unleashed with Olivia Harlan Decker. She's a sports journalist. She's amazing. The two of us have so much fun. Our podcast is brought to you by BETMGM. We have incredible guests every week. We have fun. We talk about betting lines. We talk about sports. So go listen on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts to me and Olivia Harlan Decker. The show's called Unleashed. Please write a review. Enjoy it. Tell your friends. It's an absolutely great show. So check out Unleashed, new episodes that drop every Thursday. Every single Thursday. We have guests like former football players, commentators, analysts, the works. So you're going to love it. Check out Unleashed with me and Olivia Harlan Decker. Wherever you listen to podcasts, new episodes every Thursday. Check it out. All right. Speaking of the N-word, speaking of that, let's go to this fun story about a judge, I believe, in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Louisiana, who apparently, maybe this will protect us, Jesse, allegedly, all these stories are allegedly. This is satire, YouTube, you CCP imitator. They took our full episode down. Episode 51 is missing because they wanted to protect what I had to say about either the Baldwin Thanksgiving, Justin Timberlake, or the Women's March. Allegedly. They want to protect you from satire. Anyway. So allegedly, everything is alleged. So this judge, who is a little bit of a piece, I believe I saw his piece.
Yep.
Yeah, that's her. I mean, she is a little bit of a piece. Look at her.
I like it.
Yeah, you like what you see.
Yeah. I let her send me to jail.
So apparently, someone made a video in her house. It was like her son or someone in her house.
Yeah. So apparently they had a break-in. There was a home invasion, home burglary.
Guy broke into the house.
Guy broke into the
Black
house.
guy broke into the house.
Black guy broke into the house. Well, actually, we don't know if his skin color.
We don't. I think we do.
Okay, well, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Because he could have been Samoan. We don't know.
He could have been Samoan. Allegedly.
So he broke into the house. People within inside the house chased him out, tackled him on the front lawn. He goes to jail. Now they're watching surveillance video of that going down because they had cameras outside of the house. The son records them watching that in their living room. And the family is talking about it. And you hear the judge go, "Oh, I yelled out there, we have an N-word. We have an N-word. N-word like a roach."
Like a roach. That part was bad. Yeah.
And she got caught saying that. And the video got leaked online. And now she's in very hot water.
I love what she said. She goes, "I don't remember."
She was heavily sedated.
She said, "I was heavily sedated." It was, who used that same excuse was Roseanne Barr when she tweeted that. She was like, "I was on oxys. I don't remember when I tweeted it. That Susan Rice looked like Planet of the Apes." That was the tweet that she got in trouble for. She's like, "I don't remember." I don't remember is a good one. It's been like, I don't remember. I blacked out.
Amnesia.
I just don't remember saying it. And I'd like to apologize. I got two questions here.
Yeah.
First question is, how did this video get out?
I don't know.
Is the son made a video of it?
The son made a video of it. It looked like it was on Instagram Live, so maybe he live, but he probably recorded it and he probably sent it to some of his friends because you know how people like to share.
And then someone leaked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she said she didn't remember because she was heavily sedated at the time.
She was heavily sedated at the time.
Had a lot of tablets of drill.
We're probably gonna have to bleep that.
Yeah, sorry.
Make a note.
Maybe if you put me on camera, they let me know I'm black.
They still wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, they still wouldn't.
I'm sorry.
Bleep it.
Yeah, but she said she was heavily sedated at the time. She didn't remember it. And that anyone who knows her,
I never heard of that medication.
It's only on the black market, actually.
It's on the black market only. You can only get it on the black market.
Yes, but she says she doesn't remember because she was heavily sedated at the time.
She was heavily sedated on that type of Benadryl that you just mentioned. So I could tell you one thing. Her son who recorded it, he's going to go without TV privileges for a little while. He'll be punished for a little bit. I don't think he's going to be able to use a family car for a little bit.
Yeah.
You did what? You sent it to your friends, you idiot?
About to be on probation, son.
Yeah. I mean, how did that...
Is the crescent
Can
moon
you hear
on?
me still? Can you people still hear me? Yeah, the crescent moon, do not disturb, is on.
Interesting.
Can you hear me? Can the people still hear me? Now, my second question is this. Did the guy break into the house?
Apparently they did. And,
He was in the house.
They chased him out on the lawn.
Okay. So, I'm going to say what she said is bad.
Of course.
But if there is an instance where you may be a little angry and you may drop a slur and I may look the other way, it's when someone breaks in your house. If someone breaks into my house, I'm not going to pretend like I'm not human. I may drop a slur. If they're Chinese, you're not thinking politically correct when someone breaks in your house. You don't go, oh my God, sir, there is an Asian American. I'm sorry, there's a Korean American in my living room. You know? It's like when you're driving your car and somebody cuts you off, right? You don't go, if it's a woman, you don't go, oh, there is a strong, beautiful there's a strong feminist queen who just cut me off. Or if it's an Indian dude, you don't go, oh, it's a strong immigrant. You go, God damn it, you just fucking cut me off. So, I'm not saying it's right. And she is a judge, it looks bad. But someone did break into her house. You're going to lose your cool. You're going to lose your sense of reason.
You're not going to have right thoughts when you think you're being wronged.
When you think you're being wrong, you might let something slip out.
Yeah.
You
And all that adrenaline
you
going
got
at
the
the time?
adrenaline going. And then the fact that she was raised in Louisiana.
Yep.
She's from Louisiana. She's probably racist to begin with.
That's a fact.
It just kind of slipped out.
Slipped out.
It just kind
A little bit.
of slipped out. The only part that made it seem a little worse was the roach part, where she goes, there's an N word, and then she jokes, she goes, like a roach.
She was very comfortable with
She
the
was
word.
very comfortable.
Yeah, she did it 3 times. Son.
You know, if she went to El Paso, if she was at the border of El Paso, there's no way she wouldn't have made an infestation joke. She'd be like, wow, somebody call a fumigator here.
Can we get Orkin on the line real
Yeah.
quick?
I'm just saying, somebody breaks in your house. You know, when you're mad and the adrenaline's going, you say horrible things.
Say horrible things. You know how many times I called myself a bitch in the gym because I'm trying to get my last setup, son?
Yeah.
When
It
I'm
happens.
squatting like 250,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, come on, you little bitch, we're going to get this up. Of course I understand that.
You know how many times I was looking at gay porn, I call myself a dumb Greek? I was like, come on, don't be Greek now. You're straight. It's just, you know, it's in us all. It's in us all. It's really, here's the thing about people. I would love to think we end up living in like a raceless utopia, a socioeconomic utopia. It's just people don't even like people who aren't in their immediate culture, let alone, you know, being able to live in harmony with like other races. I mean, people don't even like actors won't even marry a plumber. Like if you're an actor in Hollywood, you don't even associate with plumbers.
You always fear what you don't understand.
Yeah, plumbers won't even associate with like, you know, lawyers. You know, it's like we can't even get like harmony amongst jobs, let alone ethnicities, let alone races and religions.
But there is hope.
I mean, not anymore. Obama's not in office anymore.
But Pete is dating Kim.
Huh?
Pete is dating Kim.
Yeah, Pete and Kim is hope. I guess if you got a big bat, you have hope. But I mean, people don't even go outside of their comfort zones when it comes to something as small as like their job or socioeconomic status. You ever notice like, they're like, oh my God, I found the guy for me, true love. It's like, oh, true love always is pretty convenient. It's like, oh, I met this guy whose parents are also rich, like my parents. He happened to, hang out with the friends I hang out with. It's like people it's all kind of like people stay with their own. We're so tribal. We don't even go outside of our comfort zone, and we won't even hang out with someone who has a different political opinion, It's like you're written off. You're written off. So like race is only one of the things people discriminate against. It's the one that people talk the most about. But like if you're conservative, you can't hang out with liberals. That's worse. They treat you worse. If you're liberal, you can't hang out with conservatives. They're like, get this cuck out of here. So it's like
camaraderie amongst tax brackets.
Yeah, to expect that people would just like break down all barriers and not have these horrible things in their heart that come out when their house gets broken into, which I would say if there's a situation where one would slip out, like I'm saying, like it's good she didn't say this while she was on the bench. Like while she's judging, she's like, what are you gonna do? He's a roach. Put him away. And then you're going like, okay, you have no, there's no adrenaline there. You weren't wronged. You're bad. But it's bad either way. It shows that she, as a judge, shouldn't be. I mean, that shows that she's probably not going to be impartial. Mm-hmm. Shows her true feelings. But I do have a little. I'm going like, her house was broken into. What if she had called him like, she called him like a. Or like a piece of shit, or what am I demonetizing? It's not worse than the Benadryl joke he said. I'm just saying, when you're mad, things come out. When you're mad, things are going to come out. When you're scared, things are going to come out.
Of course.
Does that mean she's racist? Probably. She's from Louisiana, It's like the Dog the Bounty Hunter thing. It's like, did you really think did you really think Dog the Bounty Hunter never dropped an N-word in his life? It's just unrealistic to expect.
But you're right. It's the judge thing that gets her.
The judge thing that gets her. Like if she was a manager of a Wawa's, this wouldn't even be a story, right?
No, bro.
Yeah.
If she was, if she was just a waitress at a Cracker Barrel, they'd be like, yeah, it's just kind of how it goes. That's just kind of how it goes in Louisiana.
Yeah, son. She was a bar back?
If she was a bar back, I'd be like, it's kind of how it goes.
She's a bar back. Her bar's getting sold out of liquor from this day that this video gets dropped, son.
But look, if there was a white dude, who like broke into a black dude's house and the black couple called him a crack-ass cracker, a saltine crack-ass honk-a-donk honky, and he was a judge, I'd be like, I kind of understand. He was angry. Somebody broke. I mean, it's a violation of breaking into someone's house at night, I'd be like, look, you gotta understand. He was a little stressed. He was a little stressed out. It happens. I understand we want to believe everyone is just a beautiful person above these things, but none of us are. Nobody's pure, Did we forget what Jesus said? He is without sin. Cast the first stone, Yeah,
he was a carpenter.
And he was a carpenter.
So, when he stubbed his toe, he probably let it fly.
He let him fly.
Yeah.
There's no way Jesus did not say a slur.
Yeah.
Can you think of anyone who's ever lived on the planet who has not said a slur at some point against some group of people? Probably rare. Yeah, people discriminate against people for all different reasons. It's interesting. Nobody ever talks about that, but it's not just race or religion or ethnicity. It's like, it's intelligence, weight, political beliefs.
You're spot on about the conservative thing.
Conservative, liberal. Yeah. What'd you say?
The amount of teeth you have.
The amount of teeth you have. But even just like socioeconomic. Nobody hangs out nobody hangs out with people who make less money. You ever notice that? You got a friend who has more money. He never comes to your house anymore. When you get a rich friend, he's like, let's do it at my place. You're like, no, why don't you come over to my dump? He's like, well, I don't do that anymore. You could come to me maybe. And if you come to me, maybe. It depends on who I'm having over. It depends on what crew of people I'm having over.
Yeah.
And I'm only having you over when I have my old friends over. For a reminiscing night.
Yeah, I mean, if you want Tim Dillon to shoot something here, you got to have cucumber water.
Yeah,
here,
no,
son.
Tim Dillon's not coming to this place anymore. No, he's like, let's do it by Zoom. I am staying. I'm at the Plaza Hotel. Let's Zoom it.
Yeah. He's
I'm
gonna
like, hey
ask
man,
if you have a bidet.
yeah. I'm like, look, that's a 15-minute drive. He's like, let's Zoom it. So anyway, what's her name? So what? She's done, right? You think she's done?
She's in hot water now. They don't say if she's done or not, but we're gonna see what her words have to say about that. Because if she forgot, she forgot.
So the son says, "Mom's yelling, N-word, N-word." Man, she was yelling it like Kramer. Kramer was yelling it like it was part of an opera.
Yeah, they were doing commentary.
Yeah.
On watching them do the video.
A male voice.
It's a reenactment, right?
So they're watching the video in their living room.
Oh.
They're watching the surveillance video on the living room of the incident.
There is a video we could watch.
Yeah,
we could pull it up.
Well, we'll probably get demonetized if you do that. No. Oh, it was on Twitter.
It was on Twitter.
I can send it to you.
Yeah. Anyway. C Dreams wants us to know, notice that there was no black people at the Last Supper. I don't know what that means. I don't think there were any black people in that part of the world, my friend. Yannis looks like the Greek Clark Kent. I'm pretty sure Jesus has something sour to say about Romans. Yeah, I mean, he definitely dropped a few slurs about Romans. He was not on that cross getting nailed up by these and he didn't call them these cockamamie Romans. All right, whatever slur he had for Romans.
Italians.
He's goddamn wops.
A bunch of gindaloons.
Yeah. Dog the Bounty Hunter said he thought he had a pass. Was that his defense? He thought he had a pass? He had a hood pass? Or something? He said it's, yeah. She needs to come out on Blacked to balance out the universe. What's Blacked? That's from BDJ Morin. It's a show?
It's a porn site where white women have sex with exclusively black men.
There you go. That is your penance, Judge.
That might be the winner of this episode.
That might be the winner of Comet Roulette. The way you balance out what you said is you have to go on Blacked. And just, take it. She's out here begging for forgiveness now. That's Blacked right there. Yeah, if you do one scene in Blacked, I think the black community will forgive you. Yeah. I mean, will we call it even if she does one scene like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone here said from back in the Jussie Smollett section, he said, Jussie Smollett, his next one, he's going to say he was attacked outside of a Jersey Mike's.
Uncle Paulie's.
In front of Uncle Paulie's. She needs a Nail and Palin parody. Oh, that's funny. So if you do a little cameo on Black, I think the black community might look the other way and let you continue with your profession.
And it has to be an act out of a home invasion.
It has to be an act out of a home invasion scene on Blacked, and then we're even. Okay? That's Jared Harvin just fixed it for you, sweetheart. Okay, and it's got to be starring Jared Harvin. Oh, all right. What was her name? Who cares? Some judge, Louisiana. Yeah, and I bet you her son and her are not on speaking terms right now. I absolutely love Truebill. No lie. I use it. You need to use it right now. Start. Truebill is a great app, dude. What it does, it helps you identify and stop paying for the subscriptions you don't need, want, or you simply forgot about. It's great. You save on average, like they say, people have saved like $720 a year using Truebill. You know how it is because these companies make a subscription and then you're on this perpetual subscription and you don't even know you're paying it. You sign up for an app and they're like, it just renews automatically, or you and your wife both have a Netflix account and then you're like, you know what, I'll just cancel mine, which is what happened to me. I saved a lot of money doing it. It's very easy to use. Your Truebill concierge is there when you need them to cancel unwanted subscriptions so you don't have to. It's absolutely amazing. They got over 2 million users right now and they've helped save them over $100 million bucks. It's incredible, dude. In a matter of seconds, boom. Next thing you know, you link up your stuff. Truebill goes through it for you, and you just figure out what you don't need anymore and consolidates everything. Next thing you know, boom, you've canceled a bunch of subscriptions and you didn't even know you were still paying. It's incredible. So don't fail for subscription scams. Start canceling today at truebill.com/fumes. Go right now to truebill.com/fumes. It could save you thousands a year. Trust me. Go use it right now. Every single person who listens to the show, use it. You'll benefit from it. The best meal kit on the market, Green Chef. Me and Jussie used it. It's absolutely incredible. They give you exactly what you need. The portion that you need exactly. So you don't have to throw anything out. You cook it. It comes out delicious. How delicious was it? Absolutely delicious. Me and Jussie love it. They give you pre-portioned ingredients that'll actually help you reduce your food waste by at least 25% compared to grocery shopping. They make cooking very easy so you can spend less time stressing and more time just enjoying the meals. The produce is obviously fresh, premium proteins, organic ingredients, and that's why they're America's #1 meal kit. They give you 35 nutritious and flavorful options to choose from every week, featuring premium clean ingredients. It's absolutely incredible. Green Chef, their expert chefs curate every recipe so you can enjoy restaurant-style nutritious meals. What did you make with yours?
I made a few things.
What'd you make?
I felt like Mario Batali.
It really makes you feel like a chef. You
Not him, but I felt like a chef.
Not him because of Samaria, but you felt like a chef.
I felt like a chef.
It does. It really makes you feel like a chef. You put the things together. They show you how.
Sprinkling shit.
Sprinkling stuff. And it's really, really easy. It saves you so much time taking care of your meal planning, grocery shopping, and most of the prep you do every week. Everything is just perfectly rationed out to make the delicious meal right there. And it's very, very, very easy. So what I need you to do right now is you need to go to greenchef.com/fumes10. All one word, greenchef.com/fumes10. Use the promo code FUMES10 to get 10 free meals, including free shipping. 10 freebies and free shipping on the house. On the house. greenchef.com/fumes10 right now and sign up and just start this incredible journey. Your life will be changed by Green Chef. Guys, you know I also am sponsored by HelloFresh. Here's the good news. Green Chef and HelloFresh are now one. Green Chef is now owned by HelloFresh, and with a wider array of meal plans to choose from, there's something for everyone. I personally love switching between the brands. I use Green Chef and I use Green Chef and HelloFresh. So use them both, man. You can enjoy them both with your discount from me. So use the promo codes and use Green Chef. Okay, Pope Francis. Now, Pope Francis, this guy, he keeps changing the rules for Catholics, right? He's the one that is like, he's like the most progressive pope, right? He's like, what is it? Smoking weed's not that bad. A lot of stuff. Did he? Was he like pro-choice a little bit? What has he done?
Their numbers are down, so
numbers are down. So he's trying to market different. He's trying to change it up. He's almost doing like what TV does. He's like, let's go a little woke, see if that works. Because the numbers are down. So the most recent thing he said, which I guess is surprising to a lot of Catholics, right, is that sex outside the home is not that bad.
Sins of the skin is not the worst sins that you can commit.
Sins of the skin are not the worst. So if you cheat, it's not the worst thing in the world. Mm-hmm. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah. Sex before marriage. He's particularly referring to the Archbishop of Paris, who it was leaked online that he had sexual relations with a woman, unnamed woman. So
he was probably going like, whew. At least it was a person who was of age.
Well, I mean,
not that bad.
It is Paris, so we don't know what the age of consent is over there. So it still might be in a little bit of a muddy water. But it recently came out online that he had sexual relations with this woman. And he asked for his resignation.
Yeah.
And the Pope honored that because he said no one's ever clean. But if you were going to commit a sin, that's not the worst one that you can commit.
Right. The worst one that you could commit is being inside of a child. That's really the worst one. Our bar's pretty low. We know very well what the worst one is. We've had a lot of it go on. I would say I would call it a little bit of a problem, but you guys already know that. So sex with a woman who is of age, let's just say I give it a big phew.
Yep.
That's a big whew. That's when, like, you know, he's just acknowledging, like, look, when it comes to that, we'll take it. I'll take that sin. If I find out a cardinal had an affair with a woman who was an adult, like full grown,
it's a sense of relief.
I'll take it. Yeah, it's like when my mother used to get happy when I got C minuses in school. She was like, "They're better than Fs. I'll take it." It's not your brother who gets A's and went to Oxford, but we think you're borderline special needs, so C minus, we'll take it. Yeah. This is basically the C minus grade of expectations for the Catholic Church. So that's good to know. Thank you, Pope Francis. So I guess if you're Catholic, go out there and, you know, cheat on your wife. Mm-hmm. You can still get into heaven.
Yeah.
I didn't know this stuff was negotiable, but apparently it is. What are some of the other progressive rulings he's had? Because I know recently he's come out and said some stuff that was kind of like a break. I know they finally came out and they apologized to Galileo for killing him, which is like, thanks, but no thanks. Imagine that. Imagine someone murders you for you telling them what the truth is, and then a couple hundred years later they go, look, that was our bad, you know? And he's like, you know what? I can't hear you because I've been dead for a long time. So I know they apologized for that posthumously. Because if you don't know, they killed Galileo because Galileo said that the Earth revolves around the sun, and the sun doesn't revolve around the Earth. So for some reason that made them really mad.
Imagine killing a guy that just likes to look up at the sun.
Just imagine killing a guy who said something like that. I don't know why that would be a threat to the Catholic Church, but apparently their worldview at the time was like everything revolves around man, and man is made in the image of God.
Like, you killed a nerd. You killed the Neil deGrasse Tyson of your day. How does that make you feel, son?
It's got to make them feel bad. I mean, the Catholic Church has done some naughty, naughty things. They've been naughty. They supported Nazis. They've done some naughty, 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 naughty business. The earth is flat and the sun turns on and off like a ceiling fan. Duh. Thank you, Winflow, too. Yeah, he's had some other progressive stuff that he's...
Who am I to judge? Returning from his first overseas trip in 2013, Francis was asked by journalists about gay men and priesthood.
That's what it was.
A single line from the Pope's response: if someone is gay and he searches for the Lord and goodwill, who am I to judge?
Right. So he would. That is a big break from their normal... what used to be their position, which was if you're gay, they should put you on wood sticks and burn you. So I think that was a big departure from that, because being gay was a big no-no in religion before that.
That is, tell me that the Catholic Church needs priests without telling me the Catholic Church needs priests. This guy is opening up the world for recruitment. Yeah. You're running low. He's like, guys, we're touching too many kids. Give me a good one.
All you got to do is just please keep your hands off of children, and we'll take you. Anyone. Yeah, he's really opening up the recruitment.
This might be the only job that Jussie Smollet can get.
Yeah, maybe that's what he does.
Yeah.
Because you can get redemption,
yep,
you know, and you become, and it's a good grift. Mm-hmm. Then you can just be like, hey, I'm a pastor now. I'm a priest. I'm all good. Mm-hmm. And he could give sermons. He's got the charisma. He can sing, and he can be reformed.
He's got a good imagination. And yeah, I don't know how this is still going through. It says my do not disturb is on. So do not disturb on. All right, man. All right. Traffic is less now, though, right?
Yeah.
We're losing Jared Harvin because he's got to go do a bar mitzvah.
in Syosset. So it's a long drive. Peace out. So, he's accepting of the gays. He's taking in the gays. And also, if you want to cheat on your wife, it's A-okay. I will say this. The Catholic Church is now making a strong case for me to choose them over Islam. Because I was really favoring Islam because the 72 chicks in heaven is hard to beat. But being able to cheat on your wife and have some fun gay dudes now, to liven up those ceremonies, enough of the Patrimon. Imagine that. The guys just come in and go, you guys here to work? Welcome to the Catholic Church. Let's go. Hit it, RuPaul. You better work. Turn to the right. Cover girl. Turn to the left. Do your thing. Don't sin. Work. Come on, girls. Hit it, Madonna. Strike a pose. Strike a pose. We're going to... Today, our mass is going to be brought to you by the Pet Shop Boys. I think that would be a lot funner to have just like a priest come out in like leather chaps,
Hell yeah.
And just like, what's up, guys? Welcome to church today. My name is Ramon. I'll be your Catholic priest. I just want you to say, I want you guys to go out there and just be good people. Be good people. Love is love. And just do your thing. By the way, my Grindr profile is the Ramon Catholic Priest 456. It's a picture of my abs. Please check me out. Okay, I got a lot of free time. It's Father Ramon. And let's do it. Let's do it. Now let's sing. Hit it, Cher. You guys got to use Canva Pro. It's a design platform that empowers you to create and share stunning content with just a few clicks. This is great for your social media game. Choose from thousands of templates that are easy to customize or just start from scratch, man. Canva Pro has endless premium fonts, photos, videos, and so much more to add personality and edge to whatever you're designing. Editing, sharing, and commenting in real time, Canva Pro helps you stay organized on the same page and on top of the team projects. No more misplaced files, no more tedious back and forth. Plus, you and your 4 teammates can unlock everything Canva Pro has to offer for just $12.99 a month. It's amazing. Canva Pro's content planner will save you timing, planning, and posting on social media content too. Pause scheduled posts and edit them at any time. Canva Pro really is the bomb, man. It really helps you with your social media game and whatever you're posting, and all the templates they have, and they just make your content look spicy and juicy and good. So, design like a pro with Canva Pro right now. You can get a free 45-day extended trial when you use my promo code. So go to canva.me/fumes. That's canva.me/fumes to get your free 45-day extended trial. Canva.me/fumes. Go now and up your social media game and your posts. Make them cute. So Elon Musk is really filling the void left by Trump on Twitter by just going wild and tweeting. And this last tweet was at Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren tweeted, because Elon Musk won Person of the Year in Time Magazine, which I thought was pretty lame, I thought it was pretty lame.
Who, Elon? Getting Person of the Year?
Yeah, because it's a Person of the Year, so it should have went to a woman. Should have went to a persons with a womb. Okay? We should have a woman award. Female of the Year, Rachel Levine, Female of the Year. Then we have Male of the Year. Male of the Year, you know who that goes to? Elliot Page. And then Person of the Year should have went to a woman, because that's who a person is now. Person with a womb, and that person should have been who? Who would have been the person with the womb who won it? Who's been a great person with a womb this year?
Oh, that's a tough one.
I will say Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton should have won it for her bravery in the face. What was her masterclass? In the face of obstacles, her leadership. Hillary Clinton is a person with a womb, and she would have won. It should really be person with a womb of the year. And then there should be male of the year to Elliot Page and woman of the year to Rachel Levine. Somebody says Jennifer Lawrence. I don't know what she's done, but give it to her. Give it to her. Okay? It's hard enough walking around having a smaller brain. They should be given some recognition. Someone says AOC's natties are persons of the year. There should be a robot of the year as well. Yeah. AI of the year. And we give it to the bots that patrol YouTube for certain words that demonetize you. You guys should win AI of the year. I win girth of the year. Thank you, Brett Gratz. Basically, I'm the fattest kid of the year.
Yo, Aquafina won.
Aquafina won what?
2021 Glamour Woman of the Year Awards.
Okay, Glamour Woman of the Year Awards, Aquafina. That's not fair. She's not a woman. She's a person with a womb. So what's the deal here? She's an individual with a womb. What's going on with that? Was Laverne Cox not available? What's the deal here? Caitlyn Jenner wasn't available? So Kim Kardashian just got her law degree apparently. But I don't know. She passed the baby bar exam. So I don't even know what that means. The baby bar exam. I think is that like a different bar exam? She passed some bar exam after taking it 4 times, which to be honest with you is pretty impressive. I would have thought it would take her maybe 1,400 times to pass the bar. But remember, Kim Kardashian's pops was a lawyer who defended OJ. So she comes from a line of lawyers, and I'm sure her lawyer dad is very proud of her up in heaven, and her half-sister Chloe, because everyone knows OJ's Chloe's dad. I mean, Chloe has changed her face so much right now because she just couldn't look in the mirror anymore and see OJ. She was like, I got to change this. So if you look at the plastic surgery set, I mean, she has rearranged her entire face. She's unrecognizable now. She actually looks like Mr. Kardashian is her pops now, which he's not, because they all look like him except Chloe, who had OJ's face.
Allegedly.
God damn it. Am I going to get fucking... Is this going to be bullying again? I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, if we pulled up Chloe and OJ, because I bet you there's conspiracy, just pull up, is Chloe OJ's daughter? And look at their faces, clearly. And everyone knows that they were friends. And everyone knows that OJ liked white women. I mean...
Oh, this one for sure.
I mean, look at that, dog.
The cheekbones.
And I think, yeah, the cheekbone, the face. And this is after she had a little work as well. I mean, there's other pictures where you can just clearly see that, you know, he was very good friends with Kardashian. And so, you know, I mean, that's OJ's daughter, dog. It's OJ's daughter. Chloe's, it's a secret. There's a lawyer apprenticeship program that allows those without degrees to become accredited lawyers. It requires the sponsorship of existing lawyers to vouch for a person's ability to take the bar. So that's what the baby bar is. So it's some type of like,
That's a who you know kind of thing?
It's if you get vouched for by regular lawyers. Thank you, J. Dre 9. So apparently that's what she did. And someone just said Kris Jenner would never do that, dog. She's a woman of morals. Yeah. Yeah. Yanni must have had his eyebrows threaded this morning. They don't look like angry caterpillars today. Just normal caterpillars. So that's what. So Kim Kardashian, I guess that's what she passed. Was so she's not a lawyer or whatever, but she's able to pass this thing. And what does that enable her to do? J. Drew, can you explain what that, now that she's passed that after 4 times? And I love how she made an excuse. She's like, one of those times I took it, I had COVID. It's like, why did you leave the house when you had COVID? You should have been quarantining. So she made that excuse. She's like, one of the times I failed, I had COVID. And it's like, well, what about the other 3 times? Okay, you failed 4 times.
Dude, I would have failed.
I would have failed 100 times. So I give her credit. And she actually did a good thing where she got someone off who was not guilty of something. I took my booster shot yesterday of Moderna, and yesterday I was out for the count, laid out, but I'm back, baby. I'm back today. 24 hours of 101, and Yanni's back. Yanni wouldn't miss long days for all the tea in China. She has to take another preliminary test before she can go to law school. Is she really going to go to law school? I mean, I will give her credit. If this girl puts down Pete's dick and her $3 billion to go pursue a law degree at her age and actually gets it and becomes a lawyer, I give her a lot of respect because I'll tell you what, till this point, she hasn't done shit of value. Okay, she started a line and all that, you know, but she got famous from getting dicked down by Ray J. So that would really be something. She would really be an inspiration because she's got all the money in the world. Jay Drew says, I give her credit too, but I still don't want to expose my kids to her antics. She doesn't do too many antics. Well, yeah, I mean, she does make, she gets dicked down on camera. But just once. It was just Ray J that got her, right? On camera?
Talking about the show. I never watched the show.
Oh, the show. Yeah, I mean, who watches that?
Young girls.
Yeah. Young girls watch it. So, look, hats off to Kim Kardashian. I mean, that's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive. That goes against the stereotype that she's, like, stupid, you know? I guess she's not as stupid as she says. She could get her Juris Doctorate. Wow. Is she going to go for it? Is she going for a Juris Doctorate? Someone said she will be representing rappers now. Maybe she just wanted to get a doctorate just to be around more rappers.
Good point.
Yeah. Jay Drew says, I don't know. I'm not her spokesperson, cuz. I don't know what she's doing. Yeah, R.I.P. to Kim and Kanye. So this is a tough one. South Dakota at this hockey game. They did this thing where they had these teachers like put on this equipment and they were like fighting each other for dollar bills. And the reason why they were trying to scoop up all these dollar bills off of the ice was to get supplies for their school.
That's so sad.
It's like almost torture to watch. Probably the biggest flaw we have as a country is our education system. It's been a complete failure. Teachers are underpaid. Schools are underfunded. Education is not emphasized. And now you got these poor public school teachers. I assume they're public school. I mean, scraping dollar bills off the ice like we're watching some sort of weird Squid Game. And the fans are cheering them on. Can we do something that has a little bit more, I mean, look at this. A little more humanity. I mean, look how degrading this is. Something that doesn't degrade them. Look at this. They're stuffing dollars into their shirts. Teachers fighting for cash in Squid Game style competition in South Dakota, right? I mean, how humiliating is that?
Horrible.
These people are like the heroes of our society. Doctors, nurses, They're so underpaid. Teachers, I said doctors, but I meant teachers, nurses. You know, they are sort of the gatekeepers to our future. And you have them on the floor scraping dollars off like hungry homeless people. That would be humiliating if you did that to homeless people, let alone teachers. Someone just says, Jenna just says, that's because it's South Dakota, cuz. Good point. Good point. You can't really have too high of a standard for people in South Dakota. The Dakotas. But that was it's tough to watch, man. It's tough to watch them be treated that way. Humiliating. Billie Eilish. What are you pulling up?
There was a game show, right, where you had to grab money? Oh, this is Harry Connick Jr.'s talk show.
Yeah, he's grabbing money. Yeah, let him make the poor people grab money. Haha, it's funny. Yeah, that's what you want. That's what you want in a country where everyone's upset about the 1% having trillions of dollars and other people, having to eat each other. Yeah, just put them on TV and have her grab dollars. Look at her. Yeah, grab as much as you can, you poor piece of shit. Grab as many dollars as you can while the crowd cheers. I mean, this is just... Look at this. You having fun, Henry Connick Jr.? Garbage. So Billie Eilish went on Stern. We got 2 Stern stories. Billie Eilish went on Stern and said that she started watching porn when she was like 11 years old and that it warped her mind and she wishes she didn't. It messed her up and everything. And all these sex workers were kind of angry at her portrayal of it. She says, I got exposed to pornography at 11, which is like every kid now gets exposed really young, especially now with computers. I mean, God, all you got to do is turn it on and, you don't have to work for it. It's just all right there. She said it gave her nightmares, which gave her nightmares. I didn't understand why that was a bad thing. I thought it was how you learned how to have sex. I was an advocate, and I thought I was one of the guys and would talk about it, and I think I was really cool for not having a problem with it and not seeing it as bad. So the chick liked to flick her bean to a little porn when she was 11.
It's a little young.
It's a little young, but nowadays I think, what is she like? She's young. So she's of this generation that probably just grew up with the internet, I mean, she's probably like, what is she, 18 or something? 19? Billie Eilish?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, these kids are just going to have a warped sense of what sex is. I kind of agree. I'm going to say I kind of agree. I think porn can there's something very unnatural about staring at a screen and pumping your meat. There's something very unnatural. There's nothing realistic about it. There's no feelings involved. There's no touch. There's no smells. So it gives you sort of an unrealistic... The first things you're getting turned on by are like very unnatural things. I agree. It can warp your mind like anything at an impressionable age. Does that mean that porn is bad? No. I think when you're an adult and you watch porn, it's different because your brain is kind of formed a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, when you're 11, 10 years old, like when I look back when I started looking at porn like when I was 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah.
Like it's not good. It's not good.
What grade is 11?
Who knows? Good thing I don't know. Imagine knowing. Like, that's 2nd grade. I mean, it does warp your perception of what it is.
6th grade, dude.
6th grade?
Yeah.
What are you saying? It's an adult.
No, but we were doing much worse.
We were doing much worse at 6th grade, which is a shame, though. It's a shame because it kind of does warp your perception. I remember like the first time I started hooking. Do you remember like the first time you got a hand job and you're like, this ain't going to cut it? you're like this. You cannot compete with my hand. And you're like, what are you talking about? You're 12. You're like, yeah, I know. I am like a professional jerk offer. I am a pro masturbator. I remember the first time I got a hand job, I was like, let me just do it. And then you like close your eyes and you're like, all right, what am I supposed to look at to get me going? Because we're looking at these like. It's like when you get too much too soon. It's like you're looking at like the craziest stuff, and then there's just some girl in a Catholic school dress on a rock in Prospect Park, just pounding you out in the darkness, and you're going like, I need more stimulation.
Yeah.
You know, it's like doing crack and then being someone going, hey, do you want to smoke a cigarette? And you're going like, I need the crack. But you know, part of the, you know, maybe we shouldn't be so repressed. You know, maybe it was like if they taught us sex ed in class and just was like, hey, it's not bad if you kiss when you're in 6th grade, or, you know, finger blast each other. Maybe if they made it like not such a bad thing, maybe people would hook up. Hooking up when you're young is not bad. You don't want to have sex when you're young because you don't want to have like kids and stuff like that. But everyone should be jerking each other off. That should be more of a thing. I don't know about 6th grade, but yeah, I think we were doing that in 6th grade.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, about 6th grade is when it starts, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I kind of agree with Billie Eilish on this, I got to admit. And I'm not, that doesn't go to say porn's bad, because it's not. There's no proof of that. There's actually no proof that it's addictive.
You know what it is? It's just so much of it. Like when we were this age, there was like one tape.
Yeah.
Now it's endless.
Just, and any little genre you want to get into, and it really, like, you can really get desensitized. It can desensitize you. If you, you know, I think some people handle it better than others. Like, so I can't say categorically it's bad. You know, some people may not be affected by it, just like, you know, some people may not be affected by coke the way other people are affected by cocaine. You know, it's like constitutions vary, but generally, yeah. I mean, if you're watching anything in an impressionable age that's not natural, it's going to warp you a little bit. Some more than others, like I said, based on your constitution. But generally, she has a point, man. She makes a point. Like it's something weird about staring at a screen and watching images. You know, it's like watching a horror movie. You know, it's like you get like, you don't feel what that really is. It's not real. You know, horror movies, you're watching something scary happen, but you're not there, so you get like a safe fear, but it's like a warped. It's not real.
It's an addiction. Porn's an addiction.
Well, they say it's not. That's the thing I read about it. It's not an addiction the same way a chemical substance is, but it does hit the dopamine like the way likes do. So it's more of an addiction tied to compulsion than it is actually like changing the chemistry of your brain the way that like a substance would, like alcohol, or because I read about that. So they're torn on that. It's not. You can call it an addiction, but it's tied more to like a personality addiction, like a compulsion.
Interesting.
And less like a substance addiction where like your body needs it. Like you're not going to get dope sick if you don't get porn, you know?
Right.
Apparently. Interesting. The Matri says, I've come to find out almost anything is addictive. Weed, porn always gets the pass for some reason, but they contribute to more squeaks. Omar as well says the making a fire method is the best hand job. I don't know what that means. Oh, making your hands warm? Omar is like, I'm gonna check him in. Damn, Billy's been flicking a bean since 11. Ben Affleck went on Stern, and he said that if he was still with Jennifer Gardner, he'd be drinking. He basically blamed his drinking on Jennifer Gardner. They were married for 10 years. I think they have kids together. And a lot of people got upset because he was basically blaming his drinking on Jennifer Gardner. Do you know how good your life has to be when you're complaining about being married to Jennifer Gardner? If Jennifer Gardner drives you to drink, bruh, I'd like to see what some of us normies have to deal with. I mean, how weak a dude are you that you're married to one of the all-time pieces who supposedly is like a good person, like drove you to rehab. I remember like after like 3 years after they announced their divorce, she like drove him to rehab. She like raises his dumb Boston kids, right? While he's out there fucking, what's her name? J-Lo and whoever else he's fucking, smoking cigarettes, carrying coffees to his front door, wearing his dumb Boston hat, okay? Fuming about the fact that Matt Damon has a bigger career than him. That's why you're drinking. You're drinking because I'll tell you what. After Good Will Hunting, if you were to take a poll of like all your friends, if you were to say, okay, if you were to go to Vegas after Good Will Hunting and say, which one of these two guys is going to have a massive career and the other one's going to have a pretty good career, everyone would have said Ben Affleck. Because Ben Affleck's the handsomer one, he's the taller one, he's more of the... But then this guy goes and makes Daredevil and a bunch of shit movies. He goes and makes Geely and a bunch of other garbage. And Matt Damon just crushes it, movie after movie after movie. The Talented Mr. Ripley, etc. I mean, the kids on the Mars. They haven't asked Ben Affleck to go to space, but they've asked Matt Damon to go to space. That's why you're drinking, because you can't take how much more successful Matt Damon is than you. It's got nothing to do with fucking Rachel Gardner. And that's not even her name. Her name is Jennifer Gardner. That's pretty low. That's pretty low to blame your drinking problem on someone else. Imagine having that come out of your mouth. Jennifer Gardner drove me to drink. Who would you like to be married to? Susie? Would you rather be married to Susie, who's a nurse at Kings County Hospital? Would you be married? You want to get married to Jeanette Diafafanti? We should go to my parents' house, Ben. Ben, it's my birthday. Let's go to Long Island. Ben, this is Janine. Where are you? You didn't call me back. That'll drive you to drink. Not like, hey, how you doing, it's me, Jennifer. I understand you got to go do a movie. I do movies too. We're hot. We're hot and rich. How horrible is it? It just proves to you nobody's happy, right? Yep. You're Ben Affleck. You're married to another A-list star. You're both gorgeous. You're both rich. And you fart like I just did. He says, I was like, I can't leave because of my kids, but I'm not happy. What do I do? What I did was drink a bottle of scotch and fall asleep on the couch, which turned out to be not the solution. Sounds like a decent solution to me. What was the problem, Ben? What happened, Ben? Did your hot piece of ass wife turn into a mother and then you had responsibilities and had to raise your kids? So you felt caged in because now you had to be a person? Now you had to think about someone else? Now you had to help somebody else raise two other people that wasn't you. You had to tend to other people's needs. What, maybe she had a couple stretch marks now, and so now she wasn't as attractive as she used to be because now she's a mom and you didn't want to grow with someone, you narcissistic piece of trash, you Boston fan, you garbage. Allegedly. God damn it. I'm going to get... You cannot demonetize me for bullying. I'm punching up right now. I am punching up. So go away from me, you bot. I am making fun of Ben Affleck, the handsomest man who's dating J-Lo. Okay? Do not demonetize me. I've said worse about John Stamos, and I'm friends with him. Don't blame drinking on a hottie. Eat a baby like all the other celebrities.
Good point.
That's from Maxim V Comedy. Why are we acting like Jennifer Gardner is a smoke show? I mean, who are you, Mr. Gay Guy? That's from Wei Zhongjian. You're telling me Jennifer Gardner is not a piece? That she's not for Rome? Look me in the eyes right now and tell me Jennifer Gardner is not absolutely for Rome. Her lips alone are like, hamina, 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 whoa. Yeah, and then there's a bunch of other people in the chat saying she's a piece, she's for Rome. This one guy goes, why are we acting like she's a smoke show? I mean, are you kidding me? You joke.
Yeah, but who you dating, her or J-Lo?
Tough one.
J-Lo, easy.
That's a tough one. I don't know, though. Jennifer Gardner's a piece up there with but J-Lo's sexy. But he already dated J-Lo before he married her. He decided, when you get to a point where you're going to have kids, it's like, yeah, it's not going to be the same now. You can't just go out every night with your boys from Boston and throw back, and be Ben Affleck. He probably just couldn't, these guys can't handle not getting attention or not thinking about themselves. So once he had to like be a boring husband and raise kids, he's probably like, I'm out of here. I got to go smoke a ciggy outside and call J-Lo on the cell phone. Jay Drew agrees with you. He says J-Lo all day. Put it in the comments. What do you think? Is it J-Lo or Jennifer Gardner? Talk about choosing between two great options. Unbelievable. That's it. That's our show. Let's do some small business shout-outs. All right, guys, want to give a shout-out to our small business shout-outs. David Hines. Check out my boy David Hines. Dictator, D-I-C-K, Tater. A comedy audio film by the Hines brothers, which follows Adolf Hitler's quest to seduce genius scientist Dr. Joseph Mengele. Features all of your World War II favorites. Goebbels, Stalin, Mussolini, Anne Frank, the Elephant Man. Are you trying to get me demonetized? And many more. Sounds funny, though. The Elephant Man and many more. Listen to anywhere you get podcasts. So listen to The Dictator, a comedy audio film by the Hines brothers. Then we got Nate Linder, of course, our boy NateLinder.com, your social media guru. All right? So anything you want to step your social media game up, Nate Linder will help you at NateLinder.com. Get in touch. Step your game up. He'll help you with all things. Streaming TV ads, social media ads, Google ads, SEO, anything. NateLinder.com for social media marketing. Grant Trower, South Florida. You're looking for a spot? GrantTrower.theAtlanticRealtyGroup.com, 954-591-6465. If you need a spot in South Florida, hit up Grant Trower, South Florida Realty, and he'll find you an apartment. Chris Minetti Financial Services, 251-750-3730 to get your check cashed in the Philly, South Jersey area. No bullshit, no IRS. Michael Hamlet Jr., thebronxbrand.com. It's a showcase of Bronx artists. They collab with local artists to celebrate the vibrant culture of the Bronx and New York City. Check it out. They got all types of cool art. It's a revenue share with each sale, so the artists get paid. Check out the Bronx magazine too. And just check out all the cool artists that are on the website, thebronxbrand.com. It's worth a peruse if you're a fan of this show. Reese Ormand, how are you, my friend Reese? How you doing, sir? You doing good? TechVera.com. TechVera for all your IT needs. Hire TechVera. Cybersecurity, cybercrime. Are you going to let a nation state hack your network, encrypt your data, demand a ransom? No, you're not. No, you're not. Because you know who to call. TechVera. Instead of hiring, an IT department, you can just hire TechVera to do everything for you. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Eastside Cheesecakes, Julia and Gregory, I think they have a new offer. People can take 50% off nationwide shipping on DoorDash using the code SHIPGIFT from now until the end of the year. So get your holiday cheesecakes right now. Order them now. EastsideCheesecakes.com. Eastside Cheesecakes on the gram. The most delicious homemade from scratch cheesecakes. All types of crazy fun flavors. Follow them on the gram. That's where it starts. Eastside Cheesecakes. And then order one at EastsideCheesecakes.com. And then after you're doing that, go learn about some bands in Hawaii with my man Aaron Leaf. forthefree.us. It's an organization dedicated to providing artists from Hawaii a place to develop their craft. For the Free also hosts free shows, posts free music by local artists. Check out the website forthefree.us and learn about some cool music going on the island of Hawaii. Then, of course, we got exclusiveautoshipping.com. If you're moving your car anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, get your free quote from Jared Z from the Stink Box Tallahassee looking for that Harry Yanni P to make me a cuz E. Okay, he's based in Tallahassee, but he will be in San Antonio, so he's probably there. He ships on, can handle any route a customer gives, nationwide, even Alaska, Puerto Rico, and Hawaii. He also ships internationally. This kid is the best. He is the best. All right, he's an ex-Catholic turned Christian. I don't know. This is the first time I'm reading it, but it's funny. Where are you getting your info? QAnon? I'm a man in the eyes of Jewish religion and was bar mitzvahed at 13 like many other fine Jewish men out here. Read the first part of my bio. I'm a Jew. What? My mom is the wacky born-again Christian. My parents gave me a choice of which I wanted to follow. I chose Judaism because I could go to temple at 8 to 9 p.m. or so, but still have a Friday night. Kid's smart.
This is his ad copy?
Yeah, no Sunday morning service for this guy. Priorities, baby. He's a funny kid. ExclusiveAutoShipping.com to move your car anyway. And if I believe right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, there's a free spot open. There's a free spot open, so go and get the free spot for your small business shout out. Go now. Guys, also check out our boy Zach Tomasco. He's a singer-songwriter who makes chicken parmesan and white t-shirt music. I like that. Whether you like sounds mature or freshly 18, Zach Tomasco's here to help you through one more day in this forming dystopia. Check out the music. It's pretty good. I listened to it. Make sure to go to zachtomasco.com/merch to pick up something nice to be buried in. Check him out, dude. You can listen to his music at zachtomasco.com. So go check out his music, man. It's really good stuff. It's available wherever you listen to music, and check out that website. Zach Tomasco. Good music. All right. Thank you guys so much. Patreon.com/Yanni LongDays. I want to welcome JP, Jorge Arguelles, Stardust, John Rodman. Thank you. Sarah Bolger, Rob French. Welcome. Scale Goat, Michelle Mayer, Kevin Pock, and Christian. Welcome to the Long Haul Crew.
It's been a long